This right here is going to ruffle some feathers. I'm going to tell you right now, the topic of the boxing voice will likely be Dillian Whyte going to Top Rank. The topic of Trill Boxing podcast number 171 or something is going to be Dillian Whyte going to Top Rank. This is going to be the news of the day. Broken to you by Boxing Scene's Keith Idec. Basically, he is Boxing Scene. All the big stories from Boxing Scene, pretty much majority come from him. Anyway, it is 5:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, March the 6th, 2019. I am TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live with FightView360.com. And when you're up, I've been up. When you're asleep, I've been up. Oh, so what does this mean? It means that, well, you know, no more Sky Sports. Adam Smith had wished him the best. I talked to Adam Smith. I'm going to get those interviews out. I know I have a big issue with sitting on interviews too long sometimes. And honestly, I already know people are going to be like, oh, he ducked Deontay Wilder. Now he knows the fight's going to be. Why am I looking up Pulev? What am I doing? You know, it's going to be harder to make. Well, the good thing is over there on Top Rank, we can get Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury. We can get Dillian Whyte versus Kubrat Pulev. Basically, AJ is being surrounded. AJ and Wilder are being surrounded by Top Rank with their heavyweights in regards to likely future WBO mandatory. He could be Dillian Whyte. If it's true that he's going to be signing over there, remember, nothing is confirmed yet. They got Tyson Fury. They got Kubrat Pulev, IBF mandatory. 25-1 with 18 KOs, obviously the best resume outside of Anthony Joshua, right, among active heavyweights. Since losing to Anthony Joshua, Dave Allen, Derek Chisora 1 and 2. Robert Helenius, what was left to him. Lucas Brown, ain't never been the same. Joseph Parker, and, you know, of course, the Derek Chisora, as we talked about. The heavyweight division right now has a bit of a unofficial tournament. Unofficial tournament going on. Ever since I had this fucking shit done from last year, I always gotta have water. I can't not drink no water. Anthony Joshua obviously fighting Big Baby Miller on June the 1st over on DAZN. Deontay Wilder will likely be fighting May the 18th in New York as well. Against Dominic Breazeale, just to get that mandatory out of the way. I support that, just because if he beats Dominic Breazeale, just get that mandatory out of the way. But after that, over on that side, if they really, really, really want to stay on that side and not explore, fights over on DAZN and ESPN, meaning Deontay Wilder, then who is it going to be? Luis Ortiz, Adam Kownacki. You got Joseph Parker, who has that stateside ESPN Plus deal, whether, from my understanding, if he fights over here, he has to fight on ESPN or ESPN Plus or something like that. The walls are closing in on Wilder and Joshua. I think that, listen, they're going to have to fight this year. But I don't know. It's getting crazy because we got to talk about Wilder and what's next for him in more detail. But until we get more details of the Dillian Whyte story, in regards to when he will sign, the story from Keith Idec is saying he may fight in June or July or so. That makes sense, but I don't think that his first fight with them is going to be a big fight. I think that maybe he might even get Bryant Jennings, and just for them to throw like, hey, listen, be wild, like you got to, and they got some old beef, but even a fight like that, I would think that since BY is coming off of a loss, that they would want to give him another fight just to get him back on the path and not necessarily throw him into a big fight, and also for Dillian Whyte as well. So usually, it usually goes when a fighter signs a big contract or with a new promotional company or a new manager or whatever, they usually don't take a big fight first. So, we're going to have to see, but things are getting interesting, man. There's really no other news outside. I mean, what else? Let's see. Let's go into the story. I'm going to put the link right down below in the description box. He's been clearly displeased with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, especially when he heard that he wasn't a DAZN fighter, and the DAZN banners, logos were being put on his banners. So it's crazy. It's crazy. My theory is that he went and talked to Showtime and Al Heyman, and they woke him up. And then he been taking, ESPN's got a lot of money to throw around. And I understand a lot of fans may say, well, he should have went to Showtime because and things like that. But they don't have enough money for boxing right now. And the ratings, the ratings are having issues where Dillian Whyte on ESPN, he can fight 3 times a year over here and over there in the UK. And what will he be fighting on BT Sport? Will he be getting money from them? That's another story right there. Will he be getting because Frank Warren and Frank Warren, BT Sport, and ESPN Top Rank, they have like this agreement, type going on. More so Frank Warren fighters and Top Rank and ESPN. I don't know the details of how BT is involved in that. So I'm wondering if fighters over here fight on ESPN, is it free game on who broadcasts the fights over there in the UK, or can BT Sport get them? Like, for example, what's going on with Crawford versus Khan over in the UK? So until we get some more news, we're going to leave it at that. Man, Deontay Wilder's going to have to do something because Dillian Whyte's not going to Showtime. He's going to have even though he's the champion, Wilder's going to have to go to ESPN for Dillian Whyte or Fury. ESPN is going to make sure of that, and it's not bad to go to ESPN. It's just that it's that narrative. Oh, that's Bob Arum Top Rank. He's the Jewish devil. Motherfuckers, y'all got to get up this old shit, man. Y'all motherfuckers, weird, old, stupid ass storylines. It make me sick. It's early. I got to get some breakfast anyway. More videos coming. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe. Stupid ass shit, man. Make me sick.